Hey Virgo, thanks for checking out your weekly forecast for August 10th through the 17th. We're going to see what's going on the week ahead with this lovely mermaid themed deck here to go with our ocean mermaid theme for the summer. And then we're going to pull an oracle card for you all from this Mermaids and Dolphins deck, oracle deck here. So without further ado, my darling Virgo, sun, moon, and rising, let's see what's coming up for you guys this week. Virgo, sun, moon, and rising for the week ahead, August 10th through the 17th. And see what messages are coming up for you all, my darlings, my lovely, lovely darlings. Let's see, my dears. First card here is Six of Wands, Virgo, Six of Wands. This is very, very positive energy. This is a victorious energy with Six of Wands. Six of Wands is going to indicate overcoming like competition, like standing out from the crowd. So if you had put in for something and you were waiting to hear back, like for example, if you had interviewed for a job, or if you had submitted something for publishing or something competitive where you're up against other people, this card could absolutely indicate that you're going to be receiving good news, that your work is getting chosen, or you're being picked for something that you've been wanting or working towards. Six of Wands is also a card that can indicate that people are beginning to notice you. Okay, so even if you haven't been applying for work, or if you haven't been like submitting your work or ideas for publication or what have you, even if you haven't been doing things like that, this could indicate a personal victory over a matter or area of your life that you've been struggling with, right? Like if you've been having a really hard time getting over something, or you know, energy, or recovering from something, or an emotional disappointment, or something that you've been kind of maybe struggling with getting your power back. It could be a moment in which you're having, you know, this victory over the situation, you're getting your power back, and you're feeling victorious. This is also, you know, that people might be noticing this about you. Like, wow, you know, Virgo's really getting it together, or Virgo seems a lot happier, or Virgo seems a lot more confident. You could be receiving attention in this way, or people speaking about you positively. It can also indicate that people are beginning to notice you if you're doing something in terms of like a business. There could be a lot of word of mouth. People are starting to talk about you or notice you, or you know, somebody might like write an article or something about what you're doing, where there's, you know, word is spreading about you or what it is that you're doing. You might be getting some kind of publicity in some way, positive publicity. If you have social media accounts that are linked to what you're doing, those accounts might be getting a lot of traffic or attention, or you might see a lot of new followers or subscribers coming your way as well. Your next card here, my darlings, is the Death card. Now, I know that this is a card that scares a lot of people. It freaks a lot of people out. And I'm not saying this to be a Pollyanna, and I'm not saying this out of my Scorpio bias as a Scorpio. The Death card I have seen come up for my longtime clients, people that I've read for over the years. I tend to see this card come up before a very exciting permanent change. Okay, so remember how we talked about the victory, something you've been working to have victory over? The Death card is saying that this is it. This is the victory. You're not going to have to go back to that situation, right? The old way of doing things is over. The Death card is the phoenix rising from the ashes. It is it's the ending of the old ways and the beginning of the new ones. Now, as I said, Scorpio, you know, the Death card is the card associated with Scorpio energy. So some of you, if you have Scorpio in your chart, you might have that Scorpio side of you really being very prominent right now, okay? Or wherever Scorpio may be in your chart, where however the houses are for you, it could be indicating that there's permanent change and new beginnings coming in those areas of your life. If you're not sure what your chart in the makeup is, you can check out the link that I have in the description for Truly Divine. They're offering everybody 30% off, as many different reports as you want with the code that I have there. But you can definitely get a breakdown of your chart, of your, your planetary placements and what that means, and a whole explanation of all that good stuff. But some of you might be dealing with a Scorpio. That might be a significant person or influence during this time of your life. Overall, this is a major arcana card. So major arcana cards are telling us we're coming into a new chapter. A new chapter, a new phase. Things are changing, things are shifting. And in my experience, it's for the better. It's some new, fresh energy coming into your life. The next card here, Virgo, is the King of Wands. So you guys have a lot of fire energy coming up here with the Six of Wands as your first card. Now you have the King of Wands. The King of Wands could indicate you and your energy, Virgo, because even though I know you're an earth sign, right? I know that you guys aren't fire, you guys are earth. It could be that a lot of you are beginning to adapt the qualities of the King of Wands, or you're manifesting a King of Wands type person to come into your life. I just heard investor. So for some of you, you might be landing some kind of an investor. The King of Wands does have a very strong entrepreneur kind of energy, simply because the King of Wands is a self-made man, like personality-wise. And he is somebody who is, and even if you're a female, you could still be adapting this energy. I'm saying he because we see a male here. But he is someone who is gonna create opportunities, right? He's not gonna get stuck. And he's gonna, make opportunities. He's gonna find creative solutions. He's gonna get over hard times, and he's gonna find ways to bring in abundance, and he's gonna find ways to succeed, and he's gonna be looking for the next thing. He's gonna be coming up with creative solutions, right? And he's very loved. He's very loved by other people, right? Just like the Queen of the Wands. It's the personality of the life of the party. Very interesting, very confident, very funny, but also a mover and a shaker. Someone that's going to get things done. And someone who doesn't forget where they came from, right? Sometimes that happens when people get successful. And don't get me wrong. Sometimes as you're on the road to success, there are going to be certain people or certain energies that are not meant to go with you, that you're going to have to leave behind. That happens. That doesn't mean that you're forgetting where you came from. But the King of Wands, he doesn't get a big head. He's still, he's still who he is. And so there's a certain degree of humility here. So Virgo, some of you, as you're rising or as you're beginning to rise, you're not forgetting the struggle. And you might even be thinking of ways in which you want to give back to the community, or, kind of help other people find the way, or inspire or mentor. Some of you might be feeling guided to do something in terms of mentoring, in terms of reaching out and helping other people, or educate them, or give them mentorship or guidance in some kind of way. Okay, and some of you are meeting this type of person who has struggled, who's found their way through, and now they're giving back to the community. Okay, some of you might even be wanting to get involved in some kind of outreach in your community, in helping people right now in these times as things are changing, and just kind of being an inspiration, being a motivator, being a leader, really kind of tapping into that kind of energy. The next card here, Virgo, is the Two of Swords. Now, the Two of Swords can definitely indicate some kind of an impasse. Now, in this deck, one moment here. In this deck, it's shown to us this dueling energy, right? They're having this argument, they're having this intense little battle here, and they're facing off, right? They're at this neither one is budging kind of energy. And so Virgo, some of you might be taking a stand in that way, but traditionally the Two of Swords indicates someone who's afraid to move forward. Typically the Two of Swords indicates that someone here, they see the writing on the wall, but they don't want to see it. And I kind of describe it as the ostrich with your head in the sand. it's like maybe if maybe if I don't look at it, maybe if I can't see it, it can't see me, kind of energy. And we hope for something to pass or to be done with. So I feel like what Spirit is saying, my dears, is that there is a little lifeboat headed your way this week. Okay, some changes and some shifts are happening, right? Maybe you've been wanting to get out of a really terrible working situation and you've been applying for work, or you've been putting a lot of energy into a project or a business, and this week things are moving along. Spirit is saying take it and run with it, right? Really make advantage of the energy, because if you don't, whatever you've been holding on to, the Two of Swords tells us it might be something that's going to be fleeting, right? Like maybe a company's not doing so great and they're going to go out of business, or they're going to start doing layoffs or something, right? And, you know, you kind of see the writing on the wall, but you're like, oh, maybe it'll get better, maybe it'll get better. And Spirit's sending you the little lifeboat of like the job interview or something picking up in your business. Spirit is saying take that and nurture it, cultivate it, make it grow. If you do, you're going to be glad you did, because you're not going to be caught by surprise, or you're not going to be caught like not prepared for the changes that are coming or the changes that are on the way. Okay, Two of Swords says don't be afraid to move forward. We're going to go ahead and see here, my darlings, what is coming up for you with the Oracle deck. And as always, I want to remind you, these are general readings, so there might be parts that resonate. There might be some parts that don't. And so sometimes watching your moon sign and rising sign videos can be very helpful and add a little extra information, or information a little bit more tailored to your personal energies, because we all have different planetary placements. So that could be helpful. If you would like a private reading, you can schedule with me by clicking on the Calendly link and scheduling a private reading with me there. So your oracle message here is divine magic. Extra magical energy surrounds your situation right now. Expect miracles. We talked about the lifeboat, honeys, darlings, babes, right? This is confirmation about that for you, Virgo. Divine magic. There's miracles coming your way. Doors are opening. You've been asking for this. Don't let it pass you by, right? Change is scary, even when it's good change, even when it's happy change. Any kind of change is scary. But embrace this. Embrace this energy. Embrace these miracles. Allow them to happen. Allow yourself to accept them. And I know it can be hard, especially if you're coming out of a cycle of bad luck or hard times. It's kind of hard to expect, wow, can good things really be happening for me, right? Like sometimes we're like, is this possible? And Spirit is saying, yes, it is. Open up and receive it. Allow it. Okay, allow it to happen. And be open to the miracles. Be open to the creative solutions. Act upon them. Right? A lot of the lifeboats that we receive come in the form of ideas, but if we don't do anything with them, they're not going to serve us. So be open to this and expect for things to change. Alrighty, my dears, change for the better. Again, watch your moon, sun, and rising sign videos. If you haven't already watched your channeled angel messages for the month of August, that could definitely be helpful. So you can go ahead and check that out. That is going to be in the description of the video. Also, love messages for the month of August are also linked in the description. So you may want to check out your love and romance readings as well. And don't forget, guys, every single day on Instagram and Facebook, I post a card of the day, like a daily message. I also post a pick a card for the day, and a lot of people have been enjoying those, so check those out as well. Those are very helpful. And don't forget about the giveaways. Every month I pick a winner for a free 30-minute reading and a winner for a prize of the month. 2 winners every month from my social media, and I'm just picking people from the likes and the comments for that. If you want to see the giveaway for August, it's a beautiful painting that Mixed Media Girl did that made me think of Archangel Uriel. Hence the nails. It kind of inspired the nails here. So check it out. It's on my social media. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And I'm wishing you all a wonderful, wonderful week. Take care.